2019. No COVID. No war. Many believe it was the last time they truly had a good life. Well, that might not be the case for everyone. For Kylie Jenner, it definitely was. She was just hitting her 20s, riding high on her fame, and was just $100 million shy of hitting billionaire status. Words about it spread like wildfire. Because the hype was real, between 2015 and 2019, nearly every girl under 25 had a Kylie Jenner lip kit. People were literally donating money to help Kylie become a billionaire. And finally, in 2019, she became the youngest billionaire ever. But fast forward 5 years, she's almost broke, bankrupt, and irrelevant. How did Kylie go from billionaire to broke in just 5 years? Well, that's a tragic tale of a fallen star. Not just a billionaire, but the youngest self-made billionaire. Kylie Jenner was branded like this, all hyped up by Forbes. In a July 2018 cover story, they ranked Kylie as the 27th richest self-made woman with a net worth of $900 million. But Forbes later uncovered a huge scandal that could easily be the plot of another Knives Out movie. Basically, Kylie's team had falsified tax returns and manipulated Forbes officials, saying she made $360 million in a year when it was actually closer to $125 million. Her skincare line supposedly raked in $100 million in 6 weeks, but it only brought in less than $25 million. Naturally, Forbes didn't waste time to call her out. They also reported that her business was losing value fast, dropping by half in a year. People also noticed that Kylie sold her business to Cody before it tanked, which seems to be a pattern with the Kardashian-Jenner business tactics. Let's not forget how Kylie originally sold her lip kits by falsely advertising that all the credits of her full lips go to lip liner, not fillers. It created a huge buzz around Kylie's lip kit, but honestly, it wasn't enough to guarantee a long-term success. What was Kylie's strategy? Her brand made a super limited stock of lip kits. For example, it was launched with only 15,000 kits. To us, 15,000 might seem like a lot, but for a celebrity like Kylie, who had nearly 400 million followers, it's a drop in the bucket. So of course, when those 15,000 kits sold out in under a minute, just as planned, Kylie played it all surprised and grateful. A classic business move. Just think about it, if you're a big-time celebrity with 400 million followers and you only order a tiny amount of stuff, it's no surprise that it sells out fast. Kylie Jenner's lip kits, saying they're in high demand is putting it mildly. Literally 1 minute after they went on sale for the second time, they were sold again. There was even a countdown. They launched when the clock struck 9 a.m., and by 9:01 a.m., they were all sold out. So how does that even happen? Basically, they were just playing with the demand-supply gap, a manipulation technique to make it look like her product was in such high demand that it was selling out like hotcakes. It creates a FOMO for those who weren't interested before. Kylie's team used this trick for Kylie Swim also. Given her massive Instagram following, you'd think it would have been a hit again. Wrong. The swimwear got heavily slammed for being see-through and poorly made. The suits were so sheer you could read the care instructions right through them, and one suit had barely an inch of fabric across the chest, making it pretty much unwearable. If a swimsuit can't cover the basics, what's the point? Kylie Swim flopped and was quickly forgotten, just like many other Kardashian-Jenner projects. Yes, they're always rolling out new launches because most of them flop, but it helps maintain the illusion of Kardashian-level success. Let me give you some quick examples of some Kardashian-Jenner flops. The Kardashian card was a prepaid debit card for fans, but it was pulled off the market fast because of complaints about sky-high fees. Next up was the Bey clothing line, a 5-season collab that ended abruptly when Bey dropped the Kardashians, saying they weren't keeping up with fashion trends. The sisters then tried their hand at Kardashian glam, which again didn't do so well, and then moved on to the Chroma beauty line. After a $10 million lawsuit from a company with a similar name, Chroma was rebranded to Kardashian Beauty, but that also flopped. Kendall and Kylie Jenner decided to try something new with their book, Rebels, City of Indra, but they also faced backlash for not writing it themselves. It was ghostwritten by Maya Sloan. And then Kylie Jenner started her next project, Kai Collective, her fashion line. But again, shocking claims were made by designer Betsy Johnson that Kylie copied her designs. The first collection, a collab with Nilia, faced harsh criticism, with Johnson accusing Kylie of stealing her ideas. Plagiarism is a big deal in business, so Kylie jumped into the alcohol game with Drink 818, her tequila brand, to protect her image. But this move led to speculation about whether she's genuinely involved in her business ventures or just a front while Kris Jenner manages things behind the scenes. It feels like they are trying their luck by launching as many businesses as possible while the hype is still there. The aim seems to be to cash in as much as they can before fading away. Fans are left with a bunch of random brands and products that don't really have a clear connection to Kylie Jenner. It's like she's just trying out random stuff to see which one can get more money from her fans into her pocket. She's been dropping new stuff left and right, from her Kai Collective clothing line to a vodka spritzer and 2 new mascaras in the last month. If you look closely, you'd see more changes in iPhone upgrades than in her mascara product updates, and that's how a business loses trust of its target audience. This was not just one example. Remember the Kylie Cosmetics mess back in 2017? In February that year, Kylie Cosmetics ran into major trouble with their rapid product launches. At least 15 customers complained to the Better Business Bureau about the Royal Peach eyeshadow palette, saying it smelled strongly of chemicals and glue. Some even got headaches, and one person had to toss the palette because it made her house smell like paint thinner. Then, a few weeks later, people started getting empty packages from Kylie Cosmetics. One person even found ants in her makeup package, and despite trying to contact the company multiple times, she only got a replacement after her Instagram video went viral. Even with these problems, Kylie Cosmetics kept the hype alive with frequent product launches and pop-up events. But eventually, the buzz around these events started to overshadow the complaints. Problems persisted at these pop-ups, with customers reporting unsanitary conditions like smeared and damaged products, and even more horrible complaints like used makeup left in a mess. This was the time when Kylie Jenner's fans were seriously losing interest. Even on Instagram or TikTok, she was no longer relatable to Gen Z. Her life is now all about filtered selfies, staged photos, and showing off her wealth. TikTokers are also tired of Kylie Jenner, and after all these, the drama reached new heights with wild rumors flying around that Kylie might be close to bankruptcy. Kylie's latest venture, Kai, was supposed to be her big comeback. The idea was to offer trendy clothes at prices ranging from $48 to $200, promising both style and quality. But after a few drops, Kai's reputation took a nosedive, with TikTokers voicing their frustrations and dragging Kylie's brand through the mud. Kylie Cosmetics is also struggling hard, with revenue plummeting from $68.7 million in 2017 to $36.2 million in 2022. Projections for 2024 don't look any better, with expected earnings at just $29 million, even though that's still a lot of money as long as there's a million added to a number. Still, it's a huge drop from what it used to be, fueling speculation that Kylie might have to file for bankruptcy. But there's a difference between Kylie Cosmetics going bankrupt and Kylie herself running out of money. Kylie's move to buy back her 51% stake in Kylie Cosmetics from Coty for $600 million shows she's unhappy with how things are going. Despite trying to revamp e-commerce and go global, sales keep slipping. According to a Forbes interview, it's actually Kris Jenner the whole time who's calling the shots for Kylie's brands. Even though Kylie is seen as the creative genius, it's Kris who's making the big business decisions. Kris often steps in to answer questions for Kylie, showing just how much she's involved. When a Forbes journalist reached out to interview Kylie about her financial details, Kylie usually refers questions to her mom, Kris Jenner. Kris made it clear that Kylie funded the company on her own without any outside investors, and that Kylie Cosmetics is entirely hers. Throughout most of the interview, Kylie seemed uninterested and often spaced out while Kris did the talking for her. Now, you might argue that these are just speculations, but what would you say about this? Kylie recently put her Beverly Hills mansion up for sale. It was initially listed at almost $22 million, but now it's down to about $18 million. Experts think it might need to be reduced to around $13 million to actually sell. This move directly reflects the troubles her businesses are facing. This could also explain why she's constantly starting new ventures. You see, keeping up her lifestyle is super expensive, with costs like mortgage payments and paying for nannies, publicists, and other staff. It's hard to believe she's out of money, especially since she made $600 million from selling part of Kylie Cosmetics to Coty. After taxes, she probably kept about half of that. Plus, there's also a recent story about Amy Yip, a cake maker. Believe it or not, Amy Yip was asked to make a cake for one of Kylie's events, but was told her team couldn't afford it. How can Kylie, who seems to have so much money and jets around in a private plane, not pay for a cake? It seems like her team wanted Amy to make the cake for free in exchange for some exposure. Rumors about Kylie's brand declining and possible bankruptcy have been swirling, suggesting she might not be as wealthy as she seems. Some potential evidence is already out there. The Kardashian-Jenner family is famous for making their wealth look bigger than it actually might be, so it's hard to say if Kylie really has the fortune she flaunts. Chances are she doesn't. What do you think? But hold on, before you decide, let me tell you that this doesn't paint the full picture of Kylie's downfall. While this was one side of the coin, her personality, behavior, and public relations is the other side of it, which we covered in a previous video. If you want the complete picture, just click on it and watch.